Hello and welcome to your 2023 reading, Pisces. So Pisces, this is for all Pisces placements, but Pisces, today we are looking at your 2023 predictions. We're going to see what the main focus and themes are of the year 2023 and break it down from there. So let's hop right into it. So let's take a moment now to call in the angels, ancestors, spirit guides of Pisces at the highest vibrational frequency. Please be with us today to provide the most clear, accurate, meaningful messages for Pisces in the year 2023. What will be the main focuses in 2023 for Pisces? Happiness is a big theme, so you're going to be working on having a happier year, perhaps maybe 2022 or past few years even maybe. Have been a little down or not feeling like your true happiest self, and you're working in 2023 to make things happier, to make things brighter. Or let's break it down and see how. And then we have love. I was just thinking how I don't think anyone's pulled this love card specifically. I know there's been some marriage, but it looks like you're also going to be focused on bringing more love into your life, more self-love. And I really feel like for a lot of you, you'll be focusing on bringing more happiness and love into your relationships specifically. Relationships may be a big theme for you in 2023. But again, I think it's all starting with some self-love and working on your own happiness. And then once you kind of fill your own cup up, you're going to be really focused on your relationships across the board, but especially romantic relationships. Perhaps some Pisces, especially those who are single, you may meet a new love in the year 2023. It looks like it's very likely. But there's this message from Spirit here. It's like after you work on figuring out how to be happy with yourself, then all of a sudden this amazing love is going to be coming into your life in 2023. What else, Spirit, for Pisces? Thank you. What else is going on in 2023 for Pisces? Adjudication. The first thing I thought, I see masculine and feminine. This doesn't mean that's only who it is, but the energies here. And it's making me think of going to court to potentially get married. Renew your vows. There could be some major decision, some going on. And it seems like the decisions you're making are in the favor for you and your family and you's happiness, your partner and you's happiness. Ooh, that card just flew out. Pathway. I love this. It looks like there's some big decision, something you're choosing to do, likely with a partner, that's leading you on a whole new path. There's a lot of transformation happening, a lot of happiness and light. Look at it's right under the happiness card. There's a lot of positive things coming, and they're starting on this new journey. It's some of you guys, this could be a spiritual journey, but I'm really seeing that this has to do with partnership with another person. This could be the journey of a relationship, working together with someone else. But there's major transformation in a positive light coming for you, Pisces, in 2023. Partnership just is really calling to me now. And then we have toil and labor, and this one came out reversed. So I'm going to keep it that way. Yeah, I really think in the year 2023, Pisces, you're not focused as much on your work and you're not working as hard, because I feel like there really is something here with you focusing more on your partnerships across the board, especially loving partnerships. And I feel like this came out for Spirit to kind of clarify for most of you watching this choice, and this partnership here is more romantic. That's going to be the focus. Sure, work could be fine. Maybe you are making some business deals and contracts and stuff like that. But your main focus is more on, we said, happiness and love and partnerships in 2023. And you're going to be enjoying your work. It's not going to seem super, intense or laborious. Is that the right way to put it? And then we have coffin. Yeah, there's some doors being open and some being closed here. Now, this does not mean literal death. This is all about endings. It's you're closing out, there's parts of you that no longer are serving your highest good, and you're putting them you're putting it away. Some people might actually be ending a job because you have a new path coming. That could be definitely something. If you've been unhappy with the job, you might be like getting out of a contract, or this big choice you're making this year could be that. Also, if there's been like really negative relationships this past year or recent times, I feel like you're not going to put up with them. You're going to be putting up boundaries, and there could be some ending of relationships to make way for new ones that are much more loving and satisfying. But there's a lot of choices to be made, a lot of endings, but these endings bring about new beginnings. And looks like happiness and love is the forefront of your decision making this year. Let's get more details for Pisces spirit. For some people, if you're in that area of life, there could be retirement or just relaxing more, not focusing on the daily grind. Love is on the mind. I haven't like look up here and she's like smelling the roses. Like life is sweeter in 2023 for sure. And then we have the moon. Yeah, it's like a whole new cycle. So the moon is all about emotional satisfaction. It could be career satisfaction for some. I know I said it doesn't really seem as work focused, and I still feel that way. But whatever, you could just be really satisfied with your job, and that's why it's not feeling hard and it's not a big focus. But there's emotional satisfaction, well-being. It's like a whole new cycle. It really feels like with the person. Like I said, this could be like renewing a relationship with someone, finding a new relationship. But it's going to lead to definitely like more emotional satisfaction. I feel like you're going to be focused more on your emotional well-being, your mental health, your well-being in general. And that's really going to help your relationships. Wow, child came out. Kind of came out sideways, but there could be a focus on children. Perhaps you're thinking about having a family, or you're just focused on, like we talked about, like with love, like happiness, you're just really focusing on your kids and your partner and your family all together. That seems to be a major focus this year. Or other people's children could be playing a big role. And also this could be about new beginnings, like childlike wonder. You're like starting something, like maybe you left a job or career and now you're starting on a whole new path. So it's kind of like you've got this like childlike excitement, and also you don't really have, the wisdom on this path yet, but you're like, it's just the very beginning of this whole new journey for you. And then we have here garden. This is a beautiful garden card. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be getting out more. I'm not sure if you felt kind of trapped in your old job or trapped in your old situation, but I feel like you're going to be like going out in public more, being more in nature. There could be like parties and like just like events that you're going to this year. So outdoor wedding just came to my mind. I'm not sure if it would be yours or someone else. It seems like a wedding would be happening. Yeah, because we have this up here as well. But for some of you really are like your public image is increasing. You're getting out there. There's more eyes on you in 2023. And then we have here this clock. So this is all about like time. Look, it's right below this 38, and this one's number 37. And this 37, this adds up to 10, which is about a completion and a new beginning. There's like this realization you have in 2023 Pisces about like, our time here on earth is like limited. Not to be like morbid or anything, but like, why would I spend my time doing things that don't make me happy, that make me miserable even? Like, so you're putting an end to things that just feel like toil and labor. You're putting an end to relationships, thoughts, like patterns, behaviors that don't make you happy and full of love. And you're focusing more on your loved ones this year than work. You're putting away like the small things, like the small worries of everyday life. You're not like focused on all the things you used to be. It's like you're changing your values and your morals this year, like, or your values, like, especially this year, and you're focusing more on spending time with your loved ones, spending time working on your emotional health, like spending time working on your partnerships, really putting in the effort there. It's like you're choosing love and happiness instead of like money and material things. You're like, maybe in the past, maybe there's more focus on material things. Now you're realizing what really matters is quality time spent with others, especially your loved ones. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's like, seems like you're definitely putting focus on. Like, maybe there is some loss. Doesn't necessarily have to be a person, but there's something that happens that makes you realize, this adds up to 10 as well. That makes you realize that life is precious, and that's what really might spark this for you. And then we have the magnifying glass. And I really think that it's going along with what we're saying, like, you're taking a closer look at life. You're taking a closer look at what you want. You're examining things. You're like seeing things in a whole new perspective this year. Something just like something happens that you just see things in a totally different way. I feel like you're paying more close attention to your loved ones and people in your life. You're paying more attention to your own emotional needs and wants. Yeah. There could be something you like take a look at, like legally, like contracts you might have to pay a little bit more attention to. Like the minor details of things. But if you are like deciding to go into business with someone, that's very specific. But really, I feel like it's this examining life, seeing life in a whole different perspective. I'd be curious to know what like your personal tarot year is. I feel like this is kind of like a combination of the Hanged Man and the Death card and like Temperance, like being your year, because you kind of go through this, like maybe there was like you just ended a Hangman year. If you don't know, it's numerology. You don't need to know your exact. This is just the energy I'm sensing. Like you kind of maybe things like you just something happened that made you kind of have a new perspective. Maybe things kind of slowed down, but you were able to like kind of shift the way you viewed things. And then because of that, like that's a Hangman. Then you go into this like the Death card energy where it's not literal death. It's just deaths of specific aspects of you that no longer are a part. Like there's no longer align with you. This could be like shedding like parts of your ego. Maybe like we were talking about kind of like getting like not caring about material things anymore, valuing experiences and time with loved ones more, not just like, caring only about money or only worrying about that, like, which is fine to want money and all that stuff. But now you're like, just something happens where your values change. And now you're like kind of in this Temperance type energy, like more moderation in everything. You might have been like an all or nothing type person before, and now you're more balanced with your work and your family life, friend life. But there's definitely a new perspective, and it's really shifting towards wanting to live life to the fullest with your loved ones. And that's maybe you already have loved ones, or you're looking to start more loving relationships, romantic and elsewhere, like definitely romantic and family oriented. Let's get some tarot cards. I think we should have some room here. I'm just going to push these up a little bit. Sorry, I'm messing with these a lot. Want to make sure they're all in frame. Okay. What else, Spirit, for Pisces? We have two cards here. We have the Empress reversed and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, there could be something here with maybe feeling a little alone, and you haven't been like nurturing yourself, nurturing your relationships, like, and you're like realizing that, and you're like taking action. Like for some people, there could have been an issue with a mother, like a toxic relationship, or maybe you just haven't been in touch, or maybe there's like a loss, or just a separation of the relationship, or this could be another divine feminine. This could be a relationship with another like feminine in your life that was maybe a little controlling, a little cold, and maybe you are deciding to like set some boundaries, or maybe that's the way you grew up and now you want to like change how you treat relationships because maybe you caught yourself being in similar patterns to family members or whoever this example was that maybe you thought was a little cold and not nurturing and left you maybe feeling a little like, you know, like childhood trauma type thing, like just neglect, abandonment maybe from a parent. And like you're realizing maybe that you're following along that path even when you don't want to. It's like you don't mean to or anything, but you realize, oh wow, I'm less focused on work and focused on other things, but really I should be focusing on my family because I wouldn't want my family to feel alone like I did. I mean, that could be very specific to some of you, but along those lines. But there is like something like renewal here. Like I feel like there is more passion. There could be a fire sign. Perhaps this person we're talking about or people, your partner could be a fire sign or your new partner coming in. So they could be like an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, or just have that kind of energy. They're very passionate, spicy, like, you know, like I feel like this person really, like I said, this could be who you're mending a relationship. This is someone new. They're just really passionate and fun and like bring this like childlike like joy to you, and it's going to be really a lot of fun. Like their energy is going to be really good for you, and you're going to like want to spend more time with this person for sure. You could be really like trying new hobbies, just following more what you're into instead of doing what you don't want to do. Like some of you guys literally could be leaving a job and following like a different career path, different field of study. Then we have the Page of Swords, which pages could be like studying new things, trying new things, like the beginning of a journey. And we have Pathway, the Child, and the Page. This is like new energy here. You could be learning something new. This can also represent an air sign in your life. For some of you, this is really just you like getting more information on something, having a new idea, a fresh new idea, and like following through on it. Really expanding your knowledge base on something. This could be also someone's child that's starting an area of study. But I feel like this, for some reason, when I look at this, I'm seeing like you standing up for yourself in some sense. But there is a new beginning for sure. We have Temperance reversed. Yeah, I feel like this is showing us that there's been this imbalance in your life, and that's what you're recognizing. We already talked about this. I feel like Spirit's really coming through to confirm things for us right now. But I feel like there's been this imbalance with your work and your time spent with loved ones. You're working like, or like just even if it's not work, just like things you're doing that aren't aligned with what you want. And maybe you feel like you've always had to do other things for other people. Like, you know, you've always had to be there for others, and like you somewhere along the way you kind of like lost track of what it is you love and what it is you like to do. And like there's some like switch here this year that you're like now focusing, you know, still focus on your family and stuff too, but like I think you're realizing that the more you spend doing things you love and treating yourself with self-love and treating yourself to things you enjoy, the more your like family, your kids, whoever see this, and they like get joy out of that as well, and you're like a good influence. So there's like some perspective shift, so you're like realizing that it's not selfish to spend time doing what you love, to spend a little extra time for self-care or learning new things, which just seems like you are, like maybe there's something you've always wanted to learn and spend time doing. And with the swords, this could be something, well, it could be really anything, but maybe you've always wanted to literally go back to school for something, learn a new language, learn chess, you know, anything like that. Like whatever it is, it's going to be different for each person. But I think you're going to start spending more time, like, you know, enjoying yourself and not just focus on others' needs, not just focusing on, you know, your boss's needs or your job, whatever. And then you're going to realize the more you do that, the actual more time you get to spend with your family and more time, like, you know, the better your bonds are with these other people. Queen of Pentacles reversed. There's a lot of court cards here and Major Arcana. Let's get two more tarot. And then, oh, there's that passionate new beginning energy. Oh my gosh. Isn't it interesting that like 2 out of the 3 major arcanas that I talked about are here? Oh, here, let me move this down a little bit. I mean, you can see most of the card, right? Okay. I'm acting like you can respond to me, but I was talking about the energies I found. Here, Spirit's confirming this. We don't have the Hanged Man, but that's okay. I feel like that might have been what's happening going into this year, but still. The Death card again, and the New Beginnings. This is a year of ending things that no longer serve you. You're like shedding your ego in some sense. Your values are changing. It's all about endings and new beginnings in a really positive way. And I feel like the Queen of Pentacles reversed here is maybe like, you know, how she's like kind of staring at that coin there. Like, you're no longer focused on the money or the coin, at least not specifically. You're not as much in the like material realm this year. But this could also be an earth sign that maybe is someone you had to set boundaries with too. There's something here with, I feel like there's really amazing developments in your relationships this year, but there might be some people you distance yourself from. And I feel like it's more of a motherly energy. But that could be different for everyone, but that's what I'm getting from this reading for sure. Distancing yourself from that. But then there's like really positive, passionate, like loving relationships with other people. I think this could even be like a boss energy that you're separating from, since we got the energy earlier. But there is really a new beginning. We have it all over here, a new path that you're going on that is going to really make you so fulfilled and happy. And I feel like it's going to shape your world a lot. Like maybe it won't be, you still could earn money from it. There's nothing about this, but it's like maybe you've been reluctant to start this new beginning because of money issues, but like that's no longer, you're not as focused on that. You're focused on happiness. And I really love this energy I'm reading for right now. Huge shift going on. All right, okay. The card just, oh my gosh. You know what? I think the more you stop focusing on money and start focusing on what you love, what makes you happy, Pisces, the more money is going to come to you. Money will be coming to you. But it's like, you're going to be like, wait, what? I'm not even focused on that right now. It's like, because your vibration, your energy is going to be higher, more aligned with like and it's just going to come naturally. And it's going to be scary to take that leap, but like the less amount of time you like worry about money, you're going to get that. Like, that's kind of how it happens, It's like when you're focused so much on an outcome, you don't really get that outcome. Like, you got to kind of like just leave it to the universe in a way. That's kind of like law of attraction talk now. And then we have Dragon. Beware of self-delusion. I feel like this is kind of talking about, in a way, like getting too in your head, maybe thinking too much before you make any changes. Also, maybe letting your ego kind of get in the way. You're going to be doing shadow work, it seems like. Maybe actually this is coming up to, Spirit wants you to do some shadow work and maybe some inner child work and some journaling and stuff, just to stay clear on this path. It looks really positive, but I feel like you might get in your head sometimes and talk yourself out of things or overthink things. Kind of how we're talking about with the money, and Spirit wants you to just kind of keep that in check. Not let your ego get in the way or other things like that. Now, let's see what months are going to be the most like prevalent, important, significant for Pisces in 2023. May. So May is going to be important. And I guess I'm not saying like these will be like the only good months or anything. It's just like something about these months is going to stand out. In July. All right, now let's get the final message using the Astro Dice for Pisces in 2023. Spirit, what else do you want Pisces to know? What is going on in 2023 for Pisces? Oh, yes, 4th house, family, home. Now we have Neptune, which is interesting with the self-delusion. Because it has to do with illusions and all that stuff, delusions sometimes. Then we have Taurus. And Taurus is in April and May, and then we have a May right there. But anyways, with Neptune and Taurus, it's an interesting combination. But I really feel like with the Taurus and the 4th home, there's really a focus on stability, security, like just loyalty to your family, to your home, and focus on that. And Neptune actually rules your sign, Pisces. Modern day astrology, Neptune rules Pisces, so that is like a good. Why can't I come up with the word right now? Probably because it's Neptune. Neptune can kind of make things hazy, like kind of like rose-colored glasses type thing, and I feel like that's kind of just confirming the self-delusion thing. Because maybe you've kept around some relationships or jobs or something that weren't always good for you because you always look at things like glass half full, like rose-colored glasses, like. And I think Spirit wants you to just get clear on things and not see things in a biased perspective or like, um, anything like that. So it might be, like I was saying, be helpful to do like some grounding work too. I didn't say that, especially Taurus. Taurus is a very grounded sign. So if you feel like you're kind of falling into self-delusion or like maybe like seeing things, rose-colored glasses, whatever, a little hazy, not really sure about things, Spirit wants you to work on being grounded. You can like walk outside in nature barefoot and stuff like that. You could do, you can look up online grounding, whatever you do. Sometimes even just eating a meal makes you grounded. You can work with grounding crystals. But again, you can look that up and see what works best for you. Being grounded, and also we talked about already, like doing that some shadow work because we have that all over here with Scorpio energy, the death card and stuff. Doing that because that might make it clear too what needs to end and what makes you truly happy. Like journaling it out would be super helpful to get clear on that. And it seems like the major focus on what to journal about, what to work on, it has to do with the home, family, or loved ones. That could be a main focus here. Spending time by water could be really important to you. For some of you, like maybe this new thing you want to do, it could have to do with maybe like filming, like starting a YouTube channel, photography, something with the media could be something significant for some of you. But that is what I have for you, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I sure did enjoy reading for you. It looks like this is going to be a profound year for you all Pisces placements. So that is wonderful. I hope, again, that you enjoyed this. If you did and you're not already subscribed, please do so. And if you are interested in a private reading with me, I do offer those. My email is down below if you want to contact me. And I also do astrology readings as well. If you want to look at your year ahead using astrology and your natal chart, or if you have any specific questions, we could do that. But I'm really just so grateful you're here. I love you so much, Pisces. If you feel called to do so, you can watch your other sign videos. I recommend your sun, moon, and rising, but feel free to do whatever you're being called to. I feel like your intuition is going to be strong this year. I know I said a little hazy, but I feel like working on your intuition is something that might really help you this year too, to get clear on what's intuition and what's kind of like delusions and stuff like that. Sorry, just a side note, it just came to me that Spirit wanted me to share, but that's it. Now I'll say goodbye for real. Bye, Pisces. I love you so much. Have a great year, a great day or night, whatever time it is today in this present moment. Enjoy yourself. I love you.